Hello, this is a quick update stream for the Operation Candyland DCS server. This is day 3 of the campaign so far. So if you've been keeping up with the playlist and watching the progression, you can see this is kind of the current state of the map. In terms of fixes, bugs, code pushes, etc., let me just check my notes. It's just been fixing little things, nothing I think too worth noting. Still messing with the time functionality. I found a bug in the code that was making the game run all the actual nighttime hours. So I think that's fixed now, but we'll see once it actually gets to nighttime and kicks over. Still working through the multiplayer call sign change. I don't see that working. However, a player on the server just happened to have Dodge 9-1, which is one of the selectable human call signs. So I'm going to play with that today at some point. Maybe while you're on the ground, you are whatever call sign you originally check in with ATC, but maybe once you take off, you could change it. And I've never tried changing it midair. So maybe that works. So I'll give that a shot and kind of report back. And then if so, just control the option for when you could do it or not. Also noticed that the server was getting a little bit buggy with all the air activity, so I changed the kind of unit balance of how many helicopters, airplanes, and ground units a side could have at one time. I think I might have pushed that a little too high again, so dialed it back down a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. I also noticed that this ship in the north has just been parked here the whole time. Not really sure why. So, oh, wait, is it moving now? Oh, maybe we're okay now. That certainly looks like it's moving. Okay. So that would just be a little bug on spawn in. They don't move right away, but it does seem that they're going now, so that's great. And that's a Russian transport fleet there. So what they're going to do is they're going to come in, and there are whatever real life docks exist. Well, real life. Whatever docks in the game exist. So like, here's a dock. There's a dock. Everywhere's a dock. Anyone that's controlled by the same coalition or team, that means the ship can come in and unload there. So if this ship gets here and unloads, this will all be heavy armor that Red will get, which will significantly help them in their push in the south. So Blue needs to kind of hurry up and lock these two down, and that way Red won't have a place to unload at. In the north, it's been kind of back and forth, so you may remember that Red had a really big push outside of Vodi. There were a couple human players that were just decimating that chain of units with A10s yesterday, so that was really cool to see. In the meantime, Vodi doesn't have a command unit yet, therefore the units are just being delivered and everything is just kind of staying defensive right now. Once a command unit lands, all these will start moving forward, so that will be an opportunity to push forward and take Makop is probably the next objective, even though Izprivanya is an intermediary city that needs to be taken as well. So it's just kind of a quick overview. Blue's been very lucky by having this carrier group here because it's basically killing everything in the skies in this area, and it's launching the occasional F-14s, which it could go maybe about right here, and it's firing in Phoenixes all over the place and just killing everything. So right now, Blue's in a really good place. Something that may change the balance, though, is this transport fleet getting into the mix and starting to unload. But we'll see if it gets a chance to do that. Usually the human players like to go after the ships as a tasty snack. This one's pretty well defended, so it won't be easy to do it by any means. Wrong button. And they'll also be able to harass the Blue carrier fleet if it's still there with anti-ship missiles, etc. So this is a well-protected transport group that's trying to come in. Outside of that, that's pretty much it, just for kind of a quick update. So I'm going to jump in the game and do a mission like I normally do. I have to leave in a bit, so it's going to be a quick mission. Might just go do a ground strike. I'm trying to mix it up too, not always do the same thing. So day 1 I did a cap mission. Day 2 I did a pinpoint strike mission. So day 3 might be a maybe a cap mission, or I'm sorry, a cast mission for Isprivanya, or maybe Vodi. We'll see. So get that going soon. But if you have any questions or any comments or any suggestions, please let us know. A couple people have been asking if we'd be willing to implement SRS on the server. I don't see why not. The radio channels are still a bit buggy for the AI stuff, so I kind of don't want to step one on top of the other. But we might be in an okay place to do that now. So I'll see if I can get that going this weekend or in the next few days. Other than that, come join the server, Operation Candyland. You could search for in the DCS server list. Join our Discord, which is notated all over the place. I'm sure you can easily spot it here in the video or in the description. And just let us know what you think. And thanks for watching. Take care.